Hi everyone, thank you for joining me again. Today we're going to have a short review of the 3-Second Brow, and then I would like to talk a little bit about masking. First, the review of 3-Second Brow. I actually purchased this off of HSN. You can also get it off of Amazon, and I would imagine they probably have their own website because I know it's an infomercial, and I'd actually never seen the infomercial. I saw it first off of HSN, and it was $20. And since the chemo, my brows are very sparse. I've lost a lot of my brows, which usually isn't a problem for me. Usually I definitely do not have to worry about penciling my brows in. I worry about waxing them off. And so the last time I did some Instagram photos, I noticed that my brows were getting pretty sparse. And I don't like a real thick look, but I used some brow powder and powdered them in, and it took me about 15 minutes, and I thought, oh, this is ridiculous. I don't like taking this much time on my brows. I'd much rather spend my time having fun with eyeshadow. So I decided to order this for $20, and I thought if it doesn't work, it's only $20. But I have to say, I thought it worked really well. And it comes to you, and it looks like this. And it has, as you can see, 4 of these stamps like this, and then there's 4 more actually that hook into the compacts. And it comes with 2 different shapes. This shape is the normal, or the like less arched shape. And then you have the shapes that I've put in the compact because this is the shape that works best for me. The more dramatically arched shape, and I don't know if you can really tell the difference in the camera or not, and this is just like a little sponge right here that is in here, and then it comes with a compact where these 2 fit nice and tight in, and so you take those out, you take it out, and of course you're supposed to actually use you're supposed to like put it up to your brow and kind of measure to see where it goes first before you ever put it in the powder, just to kind of be prepared, I think, and which I found really does help. Then you open it up, and it has the brow powder like this, which you can see is not a very light powder, but it's supposed to be universal. The amount of darkness you get is supposed to be the amount of pressure that you put and how long you hold it on. So you take your stamp, and this one's a clean one, so I'm not going to actually do it all the way, but you take your stamp and you load it up with your powder, like so, okay? And then you put your stamp up to your eye, and you press it into your eyebrow, you line it up, and press it into your eyebrow, and you hold it at least 3 seconds, hence the name 3-Second Brow. And the longer you hold it, the darker and it is. So, and I wanted a little bit darker brow because I have darker brows myself. And so I held it down there for probably, at least 5 seconds. And the only thing that I noticed that I didn't care for was that this is actually a little thicker than I like. But I just went in with some concealer and brushed a little concealer here and here to clean them up a bit, which I would do anyway to highlight the brow anyway. So I would say all in all, from very start to very finish, it probably took me about 4 to 5 minutes to do these brows. And I think I did a pretty decent job, and I've had them on all day, and they haven't really budged at all, and they look pretty natural. Which is more than I can say for a lot of brows out there, is that these look pretty natural. And so I'm going to have to give this product a pretty big thumbs up. For $20, it works pretty well. So that is my review on the 3-Second Brow. I think it's pretty darn good, especially for the money. So especially if you're a beginner, I think give it a shot. And if you don't like it, it's only $20 lost. So I think go ahead and give it a shot. And like I said, Amazon, HSN, or I'm sure they have their own website because they have an infomercial. So I definitely like that product. Now, I want to talk some about masking. In my first video, I said that I believed in order to have good makeup, good looking makeup, that you needed to start with a good canvas. And in order to have a good canvas, you needed to have a good skincare regime. Well, in your skincare regime, I totally believe in masking. I'm not a dermatologist. I'm not a cosmetologist. I'm not a makeup artist. I'm just a regular person who does her research and have discovered over the years that masking really makes a huge difference in your skin. And I think you should mask 2 to 3 times a week. And I have definitely been masking at least 3 times a week, if not 4, because the chemo has made my skin a lot drier than it usually is. And I don't like the feeling of dry skin, so I've been putting some moisture masks on, and I really like them. And currently, my favorite masks are the Peter Thomas Roth masks, as you can see here. And I actually, you guessed it, got this set off of QVC because Peter Thomas Roth masks are pretty pricey. I mean, they're like $50 for a mask, $40-50 for a mask, $30 for the smaller ones. And I think I got this whole set for, oh gosh, I don't know, $55, something like that. And it comes with 3 masks in it, and they're 1.7 ounces. I think they actually have a bigger set now that's just a little more money, but I don't need it yet. So it's got 3 masks in it. It's got this pumpkin enzyme mask that is wonderful. It's a gritty mask. It, you know, it exfoliates, and the pumpkin, I just love the pumpkin, and this smells like pumpkin pie. It smells so good. And as you can probably see, maybe I've used this a lot, but it's a gritty exfoliating mask that I leave on at least 10 minutes, and I think that does the trick, and it makes your skin feel very smooth. So if you have a rough texture to your skin, you definitely want to exfoliate, and so this is the kind of mask you would definitely want to use is a exfoliating mask that's a little bit gritty. If you have sensitive skin, just don't rub as hard. But I really like that mask. And the pumpkin enzyme, I can't remember exactly what it does, but it's supposed to, you know, be like a superfood for your face. So that's the pumpkin enzyme mask. And then it has this, let me get it out of the box here. It has this rose stem gel mask that is really great for moisture. This is you can open it here. This is a gel mask. And you put it on your face. And I think this is the one too. I think you can put this in a thin layer on your face and leave it overnight for moisture. I have not actually tried that yet. I'm a little leery about leaving really moisturizing stuff on my face overnight because I don't want to get any acne breakouts. But I'll tell you what, you put this stuff on, you leave it about 15 minutes. I like to leave it even 20. I can't remember if it says 5 minutes, 10 minutes on the website, but I leave it on. I leave my masks on anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes. And you take this mask off with a konjac sponge, which makes it exfoliate a bit, and some warm water, and your skin feels so moist and plumped and buttery soft, and it really moisturizes well. And I think that's what the rose stem is for, is the moisture. And it even smells a bit like roses. And then by far the most expensive mask in here is this 24 karat gold mask here. And it's definitely pricier because I've looked at it just on its own, because this is probably my favorite mask in the whole thing because it actually has real gold in it. And again, it's a gel mask as well. And I think this is another one you can leave on overnight. Again, I have not exactly tried that because I don't want to get acne breakouts. But you put this stuff on, you leave it on for 15, 20 minutes, and it leaves your skin very, very soft, very moisturized, and just really supple and plump. And I'm not sure what the gold does, but I know gold has a lot of benefits. I'm just not real up to what they are. I just can't remember what they are that much right now. But I really, really, really like this mask. And I haven't used as much of this because I do like it so much that I don't use it as much. But I do use it at least once a week. In fact, I use one of these masks once a week. So I use all 3 of them every week, especially since chemo. So if you're not putting a mask in your skincare regime, I really, really hope that you take this video to heart and start doing masks and peels, and we can talk about peels some other time, but they really are very, very beneficial to your skin. They get that dead layer of skin off, they moisturize, they shrink your pores, which is probably one of the most important things I think that they do, is that they, over time, they're not going to do it automatically, but they're going to do it over time. They're going to shrink your pores. And I think that's really important because a lot of us have big pores right in here, and the less we have to cover up with makeup, the better, right, ladies? So I think definitely put a mask. You don't have to go out and go crazy and buy 3 different ones like I did. It was just a good deal. Go out, get yourself a good mask, and it doesn't necessarily have to be an expensive mask. Just do a little research, go out, get yourself a good mask, and try it. And I think you'll be really pleased. Start out with, I would recommend 3 times a week, and then as you go along, maybe you can lessen it to 2 times a week. And they may say leave it on for 5 minutes, but I always leave my masks on longer than that. I mean, I usually get trapped in doing something like or sidetracked in doing something like I go empty the dishwasher and I do some chores, make the bed and all that or whatever, and I leave the mask on, and I usually end up leaving it on 20 minutes. If it's not burning or something, I leave it on that long. And I think the longer you leave it on, the better. And then wash it off with some warm water and, like I said, a konjac sponge, and you're good to go. And your face will just feel so much better for it. I just highly recommend it. So in short, mask 2 to 3 times a week. Just try to make the time for it. We all need to make our time for ourselves. And the 3-second brow, I would say definitely give this a try, because this is actually a pretty good product. I really am very impressed with this product. So give the 3-second brows a try, especially if you're a beginner. And I really thank you for putting up with me and watching my videos. And until next time, I'd like to say goodbye and have a great day.